Hello Gooners, welcome to Arsenal Daily for March 9th, 2026. I'm coming to you with all the latest Arsenal news, and we've got plenty to talk about after a dramatic FA Cup weekend. Let's dive straight into that nail-biter against Mansfield Town. What was supposed to be a straightforward cup tie turned into quite the scare, with Arsenal narrowly avoiding what would have been a massive upset. We managed to scrape through with a 2-1 victory, but it certainly wasn't pretty at times. Noni Madueke got us off to a good start with the opener, but Mansfield weren't intimidated and fought back brilliantly. Their equaliser early in the second half from Will Evans had their home crowd absolutely rocking, and for a moment, it looked like we might be heading for extra time, or worse. Thank goodness for Eberechi Eze, though. Coming off the bench, he produced a moment of magic with that powerful near-post strike to secure our place in the next round. After the match, Eze summed it up perfectly when he said, "It was a difficult environment to play in, and that we did what we needed to do." Sometimes in cup competitions, that's all that matters, finding a way to win. One of the real positives from the match was the performance of academy prospect Max Dowman. At just 16 years old, making his first senior appearance since November, the youngster showed remarkable composure in what was a high-pressure situation. Mikel Arteta gave him quite a free role in midfield, and he looked completely at home, creating several decent chances and nearly getting on the scoresheet himself from a Leandro Trossard assist. Speaking of youth, it was a historic day as Dowman and fellow academy talent Marli Salmon became the youngest duo to feature in an FA Cup fifth-round tie for Arsenal. Salmon, also just 16, held his own defensively despite Mansfield's physical approach. It's always exciting to see the next generation coming through, especially when they perform with such maturity in challenging circumstances. Now, here's the thing. With this FA Cup victory, the talk of a potential quadruple is getting louder. We're still very much in the hunt across all competitions. The Premier League title race is heating up. We're progressing in the FA Cup. We've got the Champions League knockout stages, and of course, that massive Carabao Cup final against Manchester City coming up on March 22nd. BBC Sport has been analysing our chances, and while it's obviously an incredibly difficult feat, the squad depth we're showing, even being able to bring in academy prospects and still get results, suggests we've got the resources to compete on all fronts. Manchester City remains our biggest rival across all competitions, and that Carabao Cup final will be a real statement game. But before we even think about City, we've got a crucial week ahead. This Wednesday, March 11th, we travel to Germany to face Bayer Leverkusen in the first leg of our Champions League tie. That's going to be a proper test against a team that's been performing brilliantly in the Bundesliga. Then we're back at the Emirates on Saturday, March 14th, hosting Everton in the Premier League. A match we simply must win to keep our title hopes on track. The schedule doesn't let up after that either, with the return leg against Leverkusen at home on Tuesday, March 17th, before that massive Carabao Cup final against City on the 22nd. It's going to be a defining period for our season, but the fact that we're competing on all fronts in March is a testament to how far we've come under Arteta. The squad is showing real character, grinding out results even when we're not at our best, which is exactly what you need to be successful across multiple competitions. The emergence of these academy prospects like Dowman and Salmon also gives Arteta more options for rotation as the fixtures pile up. It's that blend of experienced stars and hungry young talent that could make the difference as we push for silverware. So, an exciting, if nerve-wracking few weeks ahead for all of us Arsenal fans. Make sure you're strapped in for what could be a historic run. Until tomorrow, keep the faith and come on you Gunners.